We are here, although here is not as significant a word as you might think it is. Now is more significant, isn't it? Because we are now together. Quite a world that you've got going on, where you can be in so many different heres, and we can rendezvous in this co-creative now. It really is co-creation at its best. We are extremely pleased that you are here, and we are eager about chewing with you about the things that are important to you. Some of you have been listening to us for a long time. That was a pretty steady theme in many of the notes that you submitted, and lots of enthusiasm about how well your lives are going, and lots of questions about how unwell your lives are going. There's a lot going on these days, and we want to remind you that there will always be a lot going on. There's a flawed premise that so many humans are living with that goes something like, I need to find some way of understanding how to make my life perfect and how to get the people in my life working well in their lives and with me. And then we'll have this lovely condition that we can all respond to. And we know that it's something that you strive for, and we're really not discouraging you from wanting your best life or best conditions. We don't mean that at all. In fact, we know that as you come to understand how to create your own reality, that the conditions of your life will get better and better, and that those better and better conditions will perpetuate more and more better and better conditions. And so we're not trying to talk you out of that, and we are not trying to talk you out of preferring it to be that way. But what we do want to emphasize with you, in response to what so many of you are asking, we want to emphasize that if you can get a better handle on what's going on with your vibration, if you can figure out the words that we've been offering most recently, as life comes to you, you want to say, as life comes at me, where does your reaction to it land you on the emotional scale, on the emotional guidance scale? And the reason that we want to emphasize that is because what we teach, it's what we all have agreed before you even came forth into this physical body, and what we agreed long before you got here that we would emphasize is that you are offering a vibration, and that your vibration is, because of the law of attraction, attracting, matching other things that are of the same vibrational frequency. And so your point of attraction matters. In fact, it's the only thing that matters. Many of your questions were questions like, Abraham, I live with so-and-so, and he does such and such, and I feel this way. And sometimes he does things that make me feel this way, and sometimes he does things that make me feel this way. And sometimes I feel this way, and sometimes I feel that way. And there were hundreds of emails with that theme. As you are living with someone or with some situation that is causing you, by your words, to feel like this. And the conversations were meaningful, helpful, and we are not discouraging such conversations. Don't misunderstand us. But we are wanting to guide you into something that will serve you so well. And that is, if you could, as different scenarios come up with different people, or different situations cause you to feel different ways, when those feelings, when those emotions are pointed or poignant or more significant, if you would just take a moment to ask yourself for the rest of your life when that happens, or just today, maybe today and tomorrow, or for the rest of your life, if we were standing in your physical shoes, this is how we would approach life. We would say, where did that land me? Where did that land me? Where did that land me? Because if you will do that, you're going to figure a few things out. And we're going to demonstrate some of it as we are moving through these questions. What you're going to figure out is that you have different responses to different people. You have different responses to the same people. You are responding all over the place. You are out of control, knee-jerk responding, reacting to things that you don't need to react to for one simple reason. You haven't taken the time to ask the question, where did this land me? And then, most important, you didn't do something about releasing resistance about where you landed. If you would just do those two simple things, where did I land and what am I going to do about it? This stack of questions that you sent would be a tiny, tiny, tiny little stack, because it's the same questions over and over again, and it's all around the same theme of how can I get these people, in many cases people who I love, or people who I have once loved, or people who I want to love, how can I get them to behave in a way that when I land, I like where I land? And we say that is not the question that your life can ask with any grace or any dependable solution. Those are questions that are out of control, because no matter how many rules you put in place, no matter how many laws you lay down, no matter how much disagreeable reaction you have to whatever they have done, you are not going to change the way they behave from a place of not liking how you feel because of their behavior. So we so want you to give that up. We really want you to give that up, and you want to give it up too. So are we criticizing you for your knee-jerk responses? Not at all, because we know every time you have one of those step one moments where you know what you don't want, you launch a rocket of desire. And that is how you lay the plans for your life experience. That's how you create your own vibrational reality. Those are important steps. But we want to show you how often that step one lands you, and then you don't do anything beyond just landing in step one. And then you submit to us, because you know that we have answers, and you know that we care very much about you finding things that work for you. You ask the same questions over and over and over and over and over and over again, not because you are a lot of different people asking the same question over and over again. In many cases, you're the same person asking the same question over and over and over again. And it's time for you to find a process that will give you vibrational headway. Yes? So, here we go.